Up next on Live It Up, we are bringing you Melissa's Wish. With us now are her parents, Bill and Fran. Welcome to the show. How are you both?
Very good.
Thank you for having us.
You have such a powerful, loving story to share. Tell us about your daughter, Melissa, please.
Sure. Melissa was diagnosed with a rare abdominal cancer at the age of 26. She was given 6 months to live. And through sheer will and determination, she lived 6.5 years, inspiring anybody that came within 5 feet of her. So asked for no pity, put the hammer down, live life to the fullest, and this is conceived and inspired by her in her final days with her mom and I.
Now, Fran, I had shared with you both that I had been a caregiver myself for my husband, Tom, that had crossed on. And Melissa's idea was, she said she wanted to kind of take care of you guys and other caregivers.
Yes.
So here she was only given 6 months to live. She lived another, like, what, 6.5?
Six and a half years. When she had her first appointment with her oncologist in Sloan, they said 6 months. And she said, that's not good enough. And she said, Melissa, there is no cure. She says, well, we're going to try anything.
Yes.
And that's the way she fought for those 6.5 years. It wasn't all great, but there was a lot of great times.
How is your foundation helping people now that are in a similar situation to what you had gone through?
Well, we're in our infancy right now.
Okay.
I've been working with Dee Snyder's Ride for the last 15 years, doing great things on Long Island, and I decided to finally get this off and running for Melissa. Dee had pledged his help and support behind it, so we've just gone through all the legal stuff for the not-for-profit, and October 1st will be our first big event, but we have multiple events planned throughout the year. We don't want to just have this be a one event a year thing. And we intend to award grants to individuals that are struggling financially and to other not-for-profits that are doing like-minded things to help the caregivers of those afflicted with a catastrophic illness.
How does Melissa come to you now in your dreams and day to day? Because we talked about that. We talked about signs and beautiful magical things that happen.
She comes every day, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us one story in particular that you just feel like so happy and inspired by.
Well, as Fran said, we get visits every day from Melissa, and sometimes through other people, through psychics or mediums, but many times just you know it's her. We still, after she passed in '09, we still find piles of brand new shiny pennies all over the place.
Wow.
Noises in the house, and Melissa had a very good wit. She had a very
good. Yes, yes, yes.
A beautiful sense of humor.
You know, and for such a young girl, I mean, she was very observant. I mean, for the times that she had her emergencies at Sloan, or even in her final days in hospice, for her, she observed different families, and she saw what the families would go through with their loved ones being so ill. And, you know, she just said, Mom, Dad, she says, if you ever do anything in my name, I want to take care of the caregivers. That was amazing to hear that, you know?
And there's little things. I remember, like, people coming over to do my laundry. I hadn't left my house in 16 days. You know, finally somebody came over, my friend Hillary, and she's like, I just want to take you out for pizza. I'll have you right back. Because, you know, like, you don't want to leave your loved one's side. You just don't want to leave them, right? Not even for a second to get a slice of pizza.
Right.
And I look back on those days, and for me, it's been many years ago. And you're right. People do need to take care of the caregivers, because we forget about taking care of ourselves.
Exactly.
And how can we help our loved ones if we're not, you know, eating, right? Because you forget to eat sometimes, right? You forget.
Absolutely.
So the whole family needs to be loved.
Yes.
Melissa's observation through all of this was that the patient gets taken care of, the caregiver doesn't. And as you said, the caregiver goes on automatic, and they still got to pay bills. They still have chores that are going on. Life is going on around them, and it's difficult. And sometimes you get into grave financial difficulty in just taking care of your loved one, which is what you should do. You shouldn't have to focus on the other stuff.
Right.
So this is truly conceived and inspired, still is inspired by Melissa. And anybody that touches this, and we're blessed to be surrounded with some great people that are involved in this with us, and very grateful to them. And Dee Snyder, and Lorenzo Lamas is on board this year, and just people coming out that have had similar experiences.
Making a difference,
Everybody
right?
gets touched by this. It's sad, but everybody gets touched by this.
Absolutely. Well, I feel like I had mentioned to you when I invited you to come on that our show is more about a celebration of that person's life and how we all can
Absolutely.
kind of come together. And I thank you joyously for being here. More corporate sponsors. People could even, if they don't ride a motorcycle, they can ride their car this year in it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
melissaswish.com. You can get a lot more information, and about the event in October, dsnidersride.com. There's a lot of videos up there talking about this, and a lot of good information. And yes, spirit is positive.
Excellent.
I feel Melissa's personality, she was definitely an old soul.
Okay.
And I really feel deep down inside, she knew the outcome, and she knew she wasn't going to be here on Earth with us for a long time. And I love sharing Melissa's story because it was so positive. I'm not looking for pity or sympathy. I get excited talking about my daughter and celebrating her life every single day. It's wonderful.
You guys are wonderful parents. Thank you so much for joining here, and thank you for inspiring other families that are going through some challenges in their life and some tragedies, and how to come together and at least find the joy in everything that we do. Thank you so very, very
Thank
much
you
for
for
joining
having
us.
me.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Melissa's Wish. Thank you very much. Please join them. And if you yourself are going through challenges, we are here for you. Absolutely 100%. Thanks for watching Live It Up.